Hi, good morning. My name is Juxi Leitner. I'm actually a co-founder of LYRO Robotics. LYRO Robotics is a deep tech company based in Brisbane, Australia. We build everything that has to do with a robot that actually needs to pick up an object, which sounds actually very simple, but it's actually a really tricky problem to solve. But we can solve it. And it's sort of the second problem that robots used to do. One is to drive around and go from A to B, and we had in the morning self-driving cars already. The second problem that a robot needs to solve is like, once I'm at B, what do I do? How do I interact with the world? And this is what we do. Today I'm going to talk about what we believe our business is around the food handling and logistics sector, specifically around that, and how we can use the technology that we have in Australia, which is world leading, to make actually a robotic ecosystem in Australia. The picture that you see here is actually our robot that we built in 2017, and it won the Amazon Robotics Challenge. So this is really world leading technology. This is not just we saying we're world leader, this is an international competition that we won. As mentioned, the robots that usually people think of are these types of robots. There's quite a lot of them out there, and they do industrial type of settings. Most of the time, there's actually just automation, meaning the systems do one thing and do one thing over and over again. The problem with that is they're plateauing out. It takes a lot of money and time to build these systems, and they're not really suitable for the fast exponential growth industry, like, for example, e-commerce, which are very user-focused. Lots of customized and lots of new items that need to go through. In these settings, you actually build a new factory for almost every new car that you put through. So there's clearly a bottleneck there. We need technologies that can actually adapt to these kind of scenarios where we can deploy a robotic system quickly to do a new task. And so this is the technologies that we've built in the last couple of years at university and now spun out into LYRO. Let me quickly go through that before actually telling you why we believe this is actually a business model on top of the technology. If you're more interested in the technology, come and find me afterwards. A lot of stuff that we have to do has to do with like eye-hand coordination. How do I, as a robotic system, understand what is an object in the world? How do I interact with that world? And how do I learn how to interact with this world so the next time I see the same object, I can do that without like reprogramming or learning it again from scratch. And so we are trying to focus these three things together. Obviously, computer vision is a very important part. And again, in the morning it was mentioned LiDAR is an alternative to that. That works for certain cases. It doesn't really work for the scenarios where you have like a table in front of you and you want to pick up a piece of fruit, for example. So computer vision is very important. And we built a computer vision algorithm that can very quickly identify a new object. Just a handful of new images, we can find a new object in a scene and add that to a repertoire of possible objects that we can pick up. On the other hand, it's very important what sort of hand you actually use to pick up an object. In robotics, there's lots of different gripper technologies, and we have the ability to test and prototype new grippers really quickly to design them for a specific customer case. So building lots of different modules on the AI side of things, on the vision side of things, and on the gripper side of things that we integrate together to build robotic systems to perform a specific task. A task for which we can charge people, right? That's the most important thing as a business. And we have shown that we can actually do that. It's not just nice academic research, but we actually built a robotic system in about 5 months' time for the Amazon Robotics Challenge. So the Amazon Robotics Challenge is a pick-and-place order fulfillment task that Amazon had a prize money, and 16 international teams were competing. We won with that robot. This is Cartman, which has nothing to do with South Park. It's a technical term because it's a Cartesian manipulator. Less interesting. South Park sounds a lot cooler. But so we built that in about 5 months' time. We varied not just the software system, as you do in an agile fashion, but actually we built new grippers almost every week. We tested the full system almost every week. Can we actually pick up these objects in the box? So the order fulfillment is we give you a bunch of new objects, pick up the right objects that fulfill the order of 3 customers. What we need to do is to visually identify, pick up the right objects, maybe find them actually in clutter, and put them out into the box where the order is. Our robotic system actually had a 10x reduction for the cost per pick. So we had the most picks per dollar of all the 16 teams, which included not just MIT and Princeton, but also Mitsubishi and Panasonic. There's a lot of different ways where this can be applied. Most interestingly is the e-commerce market, where you have like 24% growth per year. Australia alone has 27.5 billion spent on e-commerce produce last year. On the other hand, there's a major pain point also in the food sector where more than 100 million are spent every year just on packaging. So we're trying to enter this market by selling the robot as a solution, as a service to these We have a technical team that came out of this challenge, a bunch of young kids that actually can build robotic systems. We added a bunch of advisors, both on the technical but also on the commercial side of things, and most importantly also on the IP and legal things. We're just finalizing our seed round, so we have some committed investment from an international investor. There's still room for domestic investors to come on board. We have some partners, both on the agriculture side with AgFrontier, some technical partners like Schaeffler and NVIDIA, and there's room for you to come and help us building a robotic ecosystem in Australia. Thank you.